Hi everybody. I hope you are doing super well today, and in today's video, you are going to learn pronominal verbs, and as around 1/8 of the verb are pronominal verbs, don't miss the opportunity to understand it, thanks to this video. Now, it's time for you to learn the 6 reflexive pronouns that we will use later on to conjugate pronominal verbs, and you will see that it's easier than in English. Well, it's easier from my point of view. Maybe not from yours. The first reflexive pronoun is
me, aime.
We use the first one when the verb that follows starts by a consonant, and M' when it's followed by a verb starting by a vowel or an H. It's the same rule as we have seen in conjugation video number 4. The second one is
te.
The third one is
S.
and we are using it no matter if we are speaking about a man, a woman or something. It's easier than in English, isn't it? The first plural reflexive pronoun is
nous.
Therefore, it's the same as the subject personal pronoun. We will see an example with all the reflexive pronouns, so you will understand how it works.
Vous
Is the following reflexive pronoun, and it's also the same as the subject personal pronoun. So if you are speaking about a man, a woman, an object, a group of men, a group of women, several objects, you will use
S.
That's pretty simple, isn't it? Now that we have all the elements needed, we can move on to the conjugation of pronominal verbs. First question, how do we conjugate pronominal verbs in present tense? Well, you have to write the subject personal pronoun, and after the reflexive pronoun that you've just learned, and finally the verb. Let's see an example with the verb, to wash yourself.
Se laver.
So, as you can see, we write the first subject personal pronoun. If you need to learn them, you can watch my first ever video in my channel, about conjugation of verbs ending with er in present tense. Anyway, you have to write the reflexive pronoun, we have just seen, and finally the verb conjugated like any other verbs ending with er.
Je me lave. Tu te laves. Il se lave.
If we are speaking about a woman, we could also have written
Elle se lave. Nous nous lavons.
It might seem a bit strange, because we repeat twice the same pronoun, but the first is the subject personal pronoun, and the second one is the reflexive pronoun.
Vous vous lavez?
We repeat twice the same pronoun for the same reason.
Il se lave.
I give you another example, just to cover the other possibility that we have seen with verbs starting by a vowel or H, and that's what we are going to see with the verb, to get dressed.
S'habiller. Je m'habille. Tu t'habilles. Il s'habille. Nous nous habillons. Vous vous habillez. Il s'habille.
So, I'm going to reply to the question, how to conjugate a negative sentence with pronominal verbs. The word's order is the following. We start with subject personal pronoun, after that there is the first negative word, the reflexive pronoun, after that the verb, and finally the second negative word. I know it's a lot of words, but you will get used to it. And also, example can help. So I'm going to show you the conjugation of the verb, to get up in a negative sentence.
Je ne me lève pas.
I don't get up. This verb is conjugated like in the video about the particular verbs ending by er. What about the next one?
Tu ne te lèves pas. Il ne se lève pas. Nous ne nous levons pas. Vous ne vous levez pas. Il ne se lève pas.
Here is another verb to practice, the verb to approach, that we will use as an example.
Je ne m'approche pas. Tu ne t'approches pas. Il ne s'approche pas. Nous ne nous approchons pas. Vous ne vous approchez pas. Il ne s'approche pas.
Alright, now you are going to make some exercises dealing about what you just learned. I wrote 6 sentences. Some are affirmative, some others negatives, and what you need to do is to write the sentences correctly. If you want, you can pause the video and write your answers on a paper or in the comment section below. In any case, how do you think the first sentence ends?
Je ne me promène pas dans la rue.
I don't walk in the street. If you have answered something else, be careful on the reflexive pronoun and on the conjugated verb. What about the second sentence?
Tu te laves les oreilles.
You are washing your ears. Is the only correct option. What about the next one?
Il se regarde dans le miroir.
He is looking at himself in the mirror. You might have entered the second one, but it's wrong, because this sentence is plural. How do you construct the next sentence? What's your answer?
Nous ne nous coiffons pas les cheveux.
We don't comb our hair. By the way, it's just an example, not the reality. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
Vous vous retrouvez à la maison.
You find yourselves at home. And the last one, not much suspense.
Elle ne se nettoie pas les yeux.
They don't clean their eyes, speaking about women. To conclude this video, we are now going to make a bit of revisions. As you can see, I wrote the reflexive pronouns in English, and I want you to write them in French. Don't forget that sometimes there are more than one option. If you want to, you can pause the video and write the answers in the comment section below. What about myself? How do you translate it?
Me, aime.
How would you translate yourself in French?
Te, t'es.
Is the translation. What about himself?
Se, es.
Is the translation for himself. Next one is herself. What is your proposition for this word?
Se, es.
It's the same than himself. Another easy word to find is the translation of itself.
Se, es.
As well. Now what about plurals? And first ourselves?
Nous.
Is the first plural reflexive pronoun.
Vous.
Is the second plural reflexive pronoun. And the last one? Themselves?
se, s.
I hope my explanation helped you, as much as possible. If not, feel free to ask me questions in the comments section. Alright. So, it's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if it's the case, you can press the like button, subscribe to receive notifications when I post new videos, and also share this video with people interested in learning French. Thank you for watching. See you soon.